back to another episode of the Always Compete Seahawks podcast. A little bit of a different layout, testing a few things out this week. And boy, oh boy, good week to return on. We had a little bit of a hiatus. Both of us were, schedule issues.
Yeah,
we're back.
We're doing some dumb shit like focusing on our education or something. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Stupid stuff like that.
Something stupid or
all that matters though is that the Seahawks football. That's all that matters right now.
The Seahawks won a football game for the first time since Halloween.
That sounds so depressing to say that out loud.
It's December 5th.
Oh God.
And
season is still alive though.
This will be a very fun episode because this was a very, very, very interesting game. It was a game that frankly, in the first quarter, I thought we were going to get blown out.
It was not looking good in the first quarter. It was not. No.
We had no yards. There was a play that was a 2nd and 43.
Jeez. Yeah, that was disgusting.
And it really did not look good. And as you can see from the background, that's that way. Play of the day right there is the Travis Homer fake punt.
Which, by the way, we slander Travis Homer a lot. I told Sam, no more Travis Homer slander after this game.
Yeah, 73-yard. We can't slander Travis Homer anymore.
73-yard return touchdown or fake punt touchdown, and then he recovered a fumble. Nah, no more slander. No more slander.
Yeah, Travis Homer, man, he's frankly, he's had his best year this year.
He's off the slander list, and you know who's on it? Gerald Everett. Gerald Everett is on the slander list. Bro.
Listen. All right. It was a really bad game for Gerald Everett.
It was disgusting.
However, he has been like our best offensive player for the last 3 weeks. So he gets a pass. For me, he gets a little mini pass. Bro, it's one game. If we lost, no pass.
I guess that's fair.
No harm, no foul.
Hurt Russell Wilson's stats.
Don't do it again. Don't do it again.
I talked to Matt, who's a 49ers fan, by the way, and we were talking about basically how the Seahawks as a team played much better, but George Kittle versus Gerald Everett was just, way out of whack. And I said, I think George Kittle's so good that he just sucks up the power of the opposing tight ends and uses it for himself. So Gerald Everett was out there just drained of power and was out there fumbling the ball twice.
It's like Space Jam, Charles Barkley with no skill. He's out there shoot. Or if you ever seen the movie Thunderstruck, that picture of the Kevin Durant stat line where it's 6 for 30, it's 4 for 67 in his last 3 games or whatever. Obscure basketball movie references, but yeah, Gerald Everett was bad today. We'll kind of touch on that as we do our position by position breakdown. But let's start with the quarterback. And Mr. Russell Wilson played his best game since coming back.
He's back, baby.
He had an interception that was totally not his fault.
Thanks,
totally
Gerald
not
Everett.
His fault. Thanks,
What is with Russell Wilson and just tight ends just absolutely selling on him? Greg Olsen did that shit last year too. We're just doinked off him for a pick 6. What is with tight ends just selling on Russell Wilson so hard?
Yeah.
I don't get it, man.
It's bad. I feel bad for us.
Yeah.
And frankly, I don't know why we're not giving Colby Parkinson more touches in the end zone.
Exactly, bro. He's 6'7".
He didn't drop a single pass in his senior season.
Exactly. The dude is 6'7". Put the ball high.
I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't really get it, but we're gonna touch on that a little later. Russell Wilson, give your grade because he played a pretty good game. 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Managed the game the best he has in a long time. He made a lot of good plays getting out of the pocket. He made a couple really nice looking throws.
Yeah, he did.
Really, the one to Tyler Lockett, where it was Willie Mays style.
Beautiful
shoulder.
Beautiful.
It really gave me that Russ vintage feel.
Yep.
Frankly, I was watching this game and I thought Russ was one of the only players who had full control on it from start to finish. The game had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of weird twists and turns that were frankly super unexpected.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Russ managed, he was 30 for 37, which is probably the best completion percentage that he's had in a long time.
That's 80%, right? It's basically 80%. Yeah. It's a little better than 80%.
Fun fact, I just found this out. I clicked on Russell Wilson's stats this season. His total QBR is 44.6. Did not know that.
Yeesh.
And that has to probably stem from the last so-and-so games.
Well,
But,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Russell Wilson.
All right, Russell Wilson. He also got sacked. Like, I don't know why his quarterback rating was way worse than his passer rating. And that's probably because of the one interception. He had a QBR of 31 rounding up, but he had a passer rating of 99.
Yeah, no, that's to me, that's more important in this instance. Look,
Yeah,
the interception was not his fault. I am of the belief, maybe it's because I was a quarterback, that some interceptions shouldn't count towards quarterbacks. That being the prime example. I mean, it literally hit him in the chest, falling into the end zone. So I think that's ridiculous. But that's a conversation for another day. Russell Wilson was fantastic. He looked, to me, it wasn't even about him playing well, which he definitely did. His finger is back, and that's the most important thing.
well,
I think
he
against,
did miss a couple throws here and there.
but they were
I remember
like,
a couple.
They were like
I remember
not
a
bad
couple
misses.
screens. The one that really pops to mind for me was Penny Hart coming in, and there was a screen on the sideline, and Russ threw it pretty high, and he set up Penny Hart to be blown up for a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, but against
but once again, one throw last week, it was like 4 or 5 different.
Yeah, he was
throws.
bad. Yeah, he was, and it were like total misses. Like the one in Jared Everett just wasn't even close. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was throwing well. Yeah, good zip. The one to Tyler Lockett, like you said, the Willie Mays catch was beautiful. The throw to DK was beautiful. He looked so much better. Didn't turn the ball over from, other than the interception. Looked to be in control.
Yeah, I mean, if you had to give Russ a grade,
A.
I would probably go. I wouldn't go an A. I would probably say somewhere in the B+ A- range.
Well, I would say frankly, A because like he didn't have, the offensive line was not playing good, and the running game was not contributing. And there was just, with so many crazy shit going on. I mean, he completed 8% of his passes, 2 touchdowns. I'm not going to count the interception.
I'll give him an A-. I'll give him an A-.
Yeah.
Because I mean, to get an A, it has to be almost a perfect game, and it was almost a perfect game. But like, I feel like there's been so many better Russell Wilson games that I can't give this one an A. But I do understand why you went so high, because it feels like a triumph for a lot of Seahawks fans.
Yeah,
to have this happen. Let's talk about the rushing game. Travis Homer, 3 carries for 80 yards. Obviously, that
one of them was for 73 on a big. Yeah.
So we're not. I mean, I'm not really going to count the fake punt into his overall rushing stats or the offense's rushing total, which is not good. But to be fair, you are missing Alex Collins, who's been really good at chugging for extra yards and making guys miss after on the line of scrimmage recently. Yeah. So I will kind of say Rashad Penny did have his best game in a long time.
He made some dudes miss. Yeah.
10 carries for 35 yards, which is not great. But he also had a 1 catch for 27 yards. So
that was nice. Yeah.
It's his best game in a long time. If he can stay healthy, hopefully he can maybe build off of it and work. But Pete Carroll did say that Alex Collins is coming back this week, so we'll see how that kind of fares.
When they're going to give my man Josh Johnson an opportunity.
Yeah. Adrian Peterson.
Pissing me off. Yeah, old ass Adrian Peterson walks in the game, scores a touchdown. Is like, see you guys later.
Well, he really didn't get a whole lot of carries. And I saw a tweet that was like, it's been the Rashad Penny show the entire second half, because it really was.
Yeah,
Rashad Penny got a bulk of the carries in the second half. Which, I mean, I don't necessarily disagree. I mean, if he, if the hand is hot, feed it. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. And that's something that the Seahawks offense has really struggled with this year. We go into a game planning pass, the pass doesn't work, but the run works, but we stay with pass. Or we go into a game planning run, but the run is working passes, and we stay with the run. Feed the hot hand and take what the defense will give you. And we did that with Rashad Penny in this game, and we gave Rashad Penny a really good shot to kind of just, play football, which is something Rashad Penny has not done much recently, just in general.
Feed my man Rashad Penny.
Not even talking about playing good football. I'm talking about playing
football period. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then Russell Wilson had 3 carries for 15 yards. Not counting the Travis Homer run, I maybe give this rushing group like a C-. To be fair, the O-line was getting smoked today. That first Adrian Peterson run where he lost 5, he got the ball, and Eric Armstead was right there.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And Kyle Fuller, that's due to him. And I will say, very promising sign is Jake Curran, who came in.
Yes.
And
Stone Forsythe didn't look bad either.
Stone Forsythe did not play bad. He matched up versus Nick Bosa on a whim. And this guy's a 6th round pick.
Rookie,
Jake Curran would usually actually be the sub in that situation, but he was playing left guard.
Mm-hmm.
So they threw Stone Forsythe in. And he played fine.
And again,
obviously, we're not expecting Stone Forsythe to shut down Nick Bosa or anything like that.
Yeah, he did a quality job, I would say, given the circumstances.
He came in. I will say this: he made the important plays at the important times, and that's all I'll say. Yes. Did he play a great game overall? Obviously not, because he's a 6th round rookie who kind of came in on a whim.
You have to consider the fact that we are pretty banged up, and the 49ers have a really good defensive line. So
they have a great defensive line.
That's kind of understandable.
Curran is good. Dwayne Brown has kind of been fine. He's kind of picked it up the last couple of weeks.
He's been aight.
He's been so-so, which is better than terrible, which he was at the beginning. Branchell is hurt, something to monitor. Jamal Adams is hurt, something to monitor.
Yeah, it's the shoulder. That made me nervous. That makes me very nervous.
I think I heard that. I'll look up the guys that were officially injured. But I have to check that out. But let's talk. Hang on, let me try to find this out. I saw a tweet somewhere about it, and I'm trying.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna jump in and talk about the receivers really quick. I thought one of my favorite things about this game was the fact that they had the common sense to feed the ball to DK Metcalf. He got a good amount of targets his way. Obviously, the offense was facilitated, with Russell Wilson. He was facilitating to DK and Tyler Lockett. Another guy I want to bring up is a guy who I love and I think is going to be a big part of our future. Dwayne Eskridge caught his first NFL touchdown.
Coming out game. It's his coming out game.
Game.
He played a lot of important. He had a lot of important plays. He had a 17-yard catch, and then he had a touchdown, which was also
touchdown, and another one. I'm pretty sure he had another. I think he had 40 yards or something, which is big considering this year he's had, I think, 3 receiving yards. So. Very, very glad to see Dwayne Eskridge. When those 3 guys are cooking, not to say that word, but when those 3 guys are cooking, yeah, I know, right? Seahawks 4-13 guaranteed. When they're cooking, I mean, we could be a very dangerous offense. So Russ is back. Dwayne got involved. DK was back in it.
Looking at what the team did today, Taylor Lockett had 7 catches for 68 yards and a ton. DK and Tyler both had 8 targets, which is the most of any player on the team, which is good. Get the ball to your best players. And that's something that we really saw last week where people were like, DK Metcalf has 0 targets through 3.5 quarters. Or whatever.
Yeah, you should never go a quarter without targeting DK. Absolutely.
Yeah, not. And DK got the ball a lot. He got it 5 times. Tyler Lockett got it 7 times. DS got it 3 times. Rashad Penny got it once. Freddie Swain got it 3 times. Travis Homer got it 4 times. Will Disley got it twice, and Gerald Everett got it 4 times. Besides our better wishes.
Wait, he got the ball 4 times and he turned it over 3.
Yeah. Well, one of them was technically not a catch.
Which one?
The interception.
Oh, so he got the ball 5 times and he turned it over 3 times.
He got targeted 6 times. 3 of those targets turned into turnovers.
That's got to be the most.
Yeah, that's got to be a record.
That's got to be a record.
Something. I mean, and overall, the team was really good at actually keeping the football today.
I think without Gerald Everett, we would have had no turnovers, right?
We would have had 1 turnover, I think. 1 turnover.
Which one?
I don't know when it was. But
I'm pretty sure we only had 3. We had 2 fumbles and an interception.
If I look at team stats, total turnovers. Oh yeah, we only had 3.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we only had 3.
Yeah,
so
the
thanks,
49ers
Gerald
also
Everett.
had 3, and we'll touch on that when we get to the defense. Let's move on to grade for the receivers. Solid B plus.
Solid yeah.
B plus. The best players got the ball in their hands. They made some good plays.
Yep.
Eskridge finally kind of getting an opportunity. Freddie Swain is a valuable contributor when he gets the option to be, and I think we have a pretty deep room right now. Let's move on to the O-line, which is
okay, we could skip it. They weren't very good.
We could skip it. We already kind of talked about it. But promising signs from Jake Curran, who seems to be a valuable sub as a UDFA, which is very good. He could play. I think he could play all 4 positions on the O-line besides center.
I was to say, Doug.
He really can.
There's 5.
I
You
was
said
gonna
all
say
4
I
positions.
was gonna say all 5, but then I'm like, no, I'm gonna change to 4 because I don't think he can play center.
To be fair,
And
Ethan Posted can't play center either. So, to be fair.
but he's not terrible. He's been better than Kyle Fuller.
That's not very high. That's not a very high bar.
But it's the best we got. Let's
Sure.
move on to the defense. A pretty damn good day, all things considered. Shutting out San Francisco in the second half.
Yes, very important. I thought a couple of things that were really good. Pass rush, we're making plays. They got a couple sacks.
Pass rush, we only got 1 sack, which is notable. It was a safety. This defense is so good with its back to the wall. They give up a ton of yards, but they're so good at having this bend don't break philosophy. They're the 6th best scoring defense in the NFL and the 31st worst yards defense in the NFL.
That's just asinine.
Isn't that a ridiculous
That's
stat?
asinine.
And frankly, I don't give a damn about yards if they don't score. A lot of people are gonna be like, well, the Seahawks defense is actually not that good because they give up a ton of yards. You could put up 600 yards and get shut out in a game. It doesn't matter.
I don't care. Yards don't matter. Points matter.
Yes, you can add stats, but adding points is more important because that's how you win games. And the defense is great at holding their own and doing their job. Jordan Brooks, frankly, I was talking with my dad and I was saying that if the Seahawks feel a need to go out and get a high round pick to add to next year, Bobby Wagner being on the last year of his deal and with Jordan Brooks playing as well as he has recently would be a legitimate option to be traded. And I'm not saying that I want him to be traded, obviously, because Bobby Wagner is my father. He's the reason.
You're talking to Bobby Wagner about
I was
Bobby
talking
Wagner?
to Bobby Wagner about Bobby Wagner being traded.
Dad, are you leaving the Seahawks?
Yeah. By the way, I got the sources. Bobby Wagner said he's leaving the Seahawks after this year. Russ called Pete a clown. It's a dumpster fire up there. But what I'm saying is that Jordan Brooks, man, holy cow! This is the best first round pick we've had in a long
since
time.
Earl Thomas.
11 total tackles, 5 solos, 1 tackle for loss. Led the team in tackles. It's his 4th straight game with 10 plus tackles. The man flies across the field. He really does. And it's something that it's so great because he's very much different from Bobby Wagner, where Bobby Wagner is kind of like a guy where he'll just like run right up the middle and just like pound.
Bobby knows what you're doing before you do it. But Jordan is just so fast that he can just make up a lot of that.
Jordan is so good at reading what happens during the play. Bobby's so good at reading what happens before the play. And they both complement each other in very good ways because Jordan Brooks is so good at sniffing out screens, sniffing out short passes, and he's so good at sniffing out outside runs. He just flies to the football. And we're seeing him really grow before our very eyes. I believe he's 4th in the NFL in tackles right now, behind first place Bobby Wagner, who is just doing his thing right now. And Bobby Wagner is so good. He's so great. DJ Reed had a very solid day. 2 passes defensed, 5 tackles on his part.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to mention that Bobby Wagner also had an interception.
Dog.
Very good.
That was a really shitty throw by Jimmy. That was terrible.
It was a really crappy throw, but Bobby Wagner was right there and he made the play.
Take advantage of the opportunity
in what feels like forever. So, and by the way, I would like to comment that I do another podcast occasionally.
You cheating on me?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mike.
Just say yeah. All right.
With the 49ers Cutback podcast, Quest for the West. And I get together and this guy who's a 49ers fan, he's like, dude, Jimmy's here, man. He's playing well. He's doing his thing.
Yeah,
Jimmy G is playing his best football as a 49er. And today,
I don't know what the fuck happened today, man.
I don't know what happened. He did not look normal, I would say. He had a lot of weird, janky throws. The 2 picks that he threw were just absolutely awful passes into tight coverage or just completely oversailed. I feel like we do have to mention here that George Kittle kind of like ripped us a new a-hole today.
Yeah, no, he absolutely demolished us. But it's okay.
I don't really have a great memory on how good we are at stopping tight ends. Like I know that like Can you think about any other great tight ends that we've played this year? I mean, we
George
played
Kittle
George
didn't
Kittle.
play that well in the first game. He didn't go off in the first game.
Yeah, he didn't go off in the first game, but that's because Jamal Adams was in for the whole game.
Yeah.
Jamal Adams, I think, left. Jamal Adams left like 3 plays before the George Kittle 48-yard touchdown where he tiptoed down the sideline.
Yeah.
Coincidence?
I think not. Yeah.
I think not. Jamal Adams has been such a valuable piece. We really have to hope that he's not hurt because the defense is just so much better with him on the field.
Yeah, and it also winning just makes Jamal even more valuable because then we're not thinking of the top 5 pick that we gave the Jets in exchange for him. Yeah. So let's keep winning, please.
A couple of the notable games, Darrell Taylor forced a fumble when he absolutely clobbered Elijah Mitchell in the middle, kind of wrapped up, and in comes Darrell Taylor coming off a block. Then where the offensive lineman kind of gave up, he's like, all right, he's tackled. Comes over, pounds him. It was not ruled a fumble on the field. Kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But it was a great hit. It was a great hit. So, it is what it is. Dale Taylor's a dog. He also had a good amount of pressures today. I don't know if he didn't have any quarterback hits, but I do remember seeing him there a good amount of times, kind of making.
Also, like the Niners get the ball out really quick, so I didn't really expect him to have a sack.
Yeah,
the Niners just get the ball out so quick,
I mean, bro, Al Woods, man, come on, he's so good. He's been such a great addition. We were sitting here like we replaced Jaron Reed, a guy who had his best season in a long time, with Al Woods. Jaron Reed is currently playing on primetime football, getting paid all this money for zero reason. He's having a bad year.
It's terrible.
Al Woods is literally having a career resurgence before our very eyes and is one of the top run-stuffing D tackles in the NFL.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And, yeah, I mean,
special teams?
One more comment here. Nick Bellore, man.
Whew, I was about to say Nick Bellore, man. He's so
great. I'm amazed at how, like, it seems like every time he's there, every time, and he's not like a gunner or anything like that. But I mean, come on, he's so great. Yeah. Michael Dixon, doing his thing. 4 punts, longest of a 65-yard punt, which is just stupid.
Jason Myers miss a kick.
He missed a kick, but it was a 56-yarder, and it was just wide to the right, just a little bit. I'm not going to get super mad at him for missing a 56-yard kick. True. He also hit all 4 of his PATs.
True.
Nothing else really happened from there, man. I mean, by the way, DJ Dallas has been a sneaky good kick returner this year. He really has.
Our special teams are godly. Our special teams are legit godly.
Compared to San Francisco's, who have terrible special teams. And speaking of San Francisco,
that's the reason we won today.
I'm keeping Trenton Cannon in my prayers.
Yeah, Trenton Cannon. I talked to Matt, and from what he said, they think Trenton's going to be okay. That it was a similar situation to like what happened to Darrell Taylor, where it was like they're being really cautious with
Darrell Taylor.
Yeah, just being really cautious. Not necessarily that it was that bad, but obviously I hope he's okay. But yeah,
breaking down injuries, the remaining injuries that I brought up. Kyle Fuller has a knee injury. Boo-hoo. No, I'm joking. Obviously, I don't like injuries. I don't root for injuries for players I don't like.
Right.
I just think that's a really scummy thing to do. Kyle Fuller has a sprained knee. It might be for the betterment of the team. I hate to say it, but obviously, hope he's good. Brian Monet had Kyle Fuller has a hurt ankle. Brian Monet has a hurt knee, and that sucks because Brian Monet has been actually really solid for us this year. Had a couple really nice tackles today, and if I'm not mistaken,
Jamal with the sprained shoulder. I'm seeing right
Jamal
now
has a sprained shoulder. We already mentioned that. They don't know the severity. Worth noting that it is on the same shoulder that he got surgery on.
Do not like to see that.
And Brandon Shell also has a shoulder injury. Worth noting that he's actually been pretty solid this year.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it, but that's actually one of those signings where they sign a lower name guy for not a lot of money, and it actually works out really well.
Yeah.
And by the way, I want to point this out because George Fant replaced him in New York. George Fant has actually been decent for the Jets.
Yeah.
And I was not expecting that. I thought they just paid a utility to right tackle $10 million a year. I don't know about that. He goes there. He starts at right tackle. He did his thing. He did his thing. He really did do his thing. Mike,
Yeah.
Give me 3 major observations that don't just have to be about the game, just in general. Let's go kind of in order here. My first observation, we need to pay Quandre Diggs.
Pay the man. Pay Quandre Diggs.
I'm talking about midseason extension. We can't let him get a smell
of
what he might earn in free agency.
But that's the thing. It's like we chose to not pay him, and he's balled out, and now he's going to be, and now he's going to get money.
A lot of money. We have a lot of money. We have top 10 cap money next year.
But
also,
with that being said,
the cap is also going to be raised. It is also expected to reach its max kind of like raising level. They set the max during the CBA at 208 per growth. So for this year, the max it can grow to is $208.5 million. It's expected to reach $208.5 million. Great news for us. It will open up a lot more money to maybe get some extensions through to guys like Quandre, other guys like that. But Quandre is very important. Him and
DK
Jamal
is important.
DK is very important, but it is important to note that contract would not kick in until after next year, while Quandre's would kick in until after next year.
Bobby too. Bobby, we need to take care of Bobby for sure.
Bobby, I don't know. I'm getting the sense that Bobby Wagner will retire after his contract is over.
You think we have one more year on Bobby, or is this his last year?
One more year on Bobby.
Okay, so we have 2022.
I'm getting a sense that he might retire. I'm getting a sense. I think he's gonna be like 33 years old. He's going to be like, you know that they picked Jordan Brooks for a reason. They wouldn't pick him if they had him in mind playing there for another 5 years, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's either he's going to leave. I don't see us extending him. I think it's going to be like a changing of the guard year next year. But
he's the Seahawks for lifer though. However long he's in the NFL, he needs to be on the Seahawks. That's how I see it.
True. Yeah, true. I need that. But yeah, we need to pay Quandre. Get that done.
My last thing. Good. I think the last thing I'll say in this episode is playoffs are still alive. They are.
I'm not going to lie. The rest of the schedule is winnable. It's winnable.
Okay, listen. We got
through. Next year we play the Texans. Which
W.
By God, if we lose to the Texans,
fire Pete on the spot.
Texans, that literally kills our playoff chances, and that cannot happen to the Texans.
They just got mollywopped by Carson Wentz. Yeah, let's beat the Texans.
I mean, come on, let's do it.
Then
we play the Rams
in Seattle.
No, it's in LA.
Oh, it's in LA. You're right. Yes, you're right.
But the Rams are vulnerable. They really
are. They are.
Their interior O line is absolute garbage.
And let's not forget, Geno Smith almost completed that comeback against the Rams. If Russell Wilson doesn't hurt his finger in that game, do we win that game? I think
we probably win that game, yeah.
We could probably win that game. So, we got the Rams.
Okay, then we got the Rams, and then we play the
Bears.
Lions.
No comment on the Bears one.
No comment on the Bears. We play the Bears, and then we play the Lions, both in Seattle.
Yes.
Important to note.
Yes.
And then it comes down to playing
Arizona
week 18.
My
hope is, fingers crossed, Arizona has both the NFC West and the number 1 seed locked up.
I'm rooting for the Cardinals in every week
so that we can play every single backup they have. I know we already played Colt McCoy and he beat us, but if we
Colt McCoy beat us the last 2 years, bro. He's beating us 2 years in a row in Seattle.
I can't wait for bro. Honestly, we might have a better chance against Kyler Murray because Kyler has had a history of not playing very well versus the Seahawks.
True.
He has. He in his rookie year, he played once in Arizona early in the year, and he was absolute dog. Absolute.
Yeah.
And then he plays in Seattle where they beat us, but worth noting that he was hurt for like 95% of that game and did not play.
Yeah.
And then we play him next year. We play him in Arizona where we barely lose, but he really didn't have an outstanding game. We kind of gave him that. I think he threw a couple picks if I remember correctly. And then we also have the game in Seattle last year where we handled them pretty easily.
Yeah.
I remember that was a game that Trey Flowers shut down DeAndre Hopkins.
Because why not? Yeah.
And
anything can happen in Seattle, apparently.
We literally went for Trey Flowers, maybe the worst player in recent Seahawks memory, wearing 21, and now we literally have a perennial first ballot Hall of Famer wearing 21 on the Seahawks right now.
Let's go, Adrian
Yeah.
Peterson.
Adrian
Why
Peterson.
not? Why not? Like, if I was Ugo, I'd just be
How
like,
about it? How about it, man? Isn't that awesome?
What a
Isn't
time!
it crazy that we have AP?
In the words of Doja Cat, man, what a time to be alive. Seriously.
If you told me last year that the 4-8 Seahawks would beat the 49ers
because
with
of
Adrian Peterson rushing for a touchdown,
like,
I'll
what?
be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Are you a maniac? What are you talking about? That's stupid.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, well, Gerald Everett also had 3 individual turnovers.
Can you imagine in like 2013, after the Seahawks win the Super Bowl, you're like, yeah, one day Adrian Peterson's going to be on the Seahawks. You'd probably be like, this is the greatest team of all time.
And they're like, but they're 4-8.
Yeah, and it's 8
he's
years.
Like 38 years old.
Yeah, and he's like 38. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so listen, wrapping up, give the overall game a grade. And also, I want to talk about real fast before we do that, coaching.
B+.
Shane Waldron was kind of in his bag.
He was in his bag.
He was in his bag.
Yeah.
The one thing I would have to say about coaching, I did not like a lot of the soft zone calls on those third and second and longs that kind of left guys wide open, just kind of chilling in the zone.
Yeah, no, that was dumb.
Didn't
that
really
was dumb
like
for
that.
Sure.
It's kind of annoying, but I still think that Shane Waldron may have called his best game. He set up a lot of wide open throws for Russ, including the Gerald Everett one, which should have been an easy touchdown.
Yep.
So I can't really hate on him for that. The screens, honestly, bro, I'm gonna be honest. The screens are not at all Shane Waldron's fault. It's I'm watching these. The wide receivers are getting smoked in blocking.
Yeah, they are for real.
They're getting smoked.
With the exception of everyone but like DK. Like pretty much everybody's getting just smoked.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I'm not gonna say anything else about that. Don't want to hate on the players, but listen. Coaching, I'm gonna give it honestly for this season and how the coaching has been. I think it's like an A- game by the coaches, just all things considered. Like this is a game where I loved that the team still fed off the energy from the 12s, which was pretty much a packed house, which I was pretty much surprised to see. But they really fed off the energy of the 12s. And it was something that, like, in the first quarter, Bobby Wagner made a tackle and he was like, let's go. And he was getting hyped up and the crowd got into it and the defense got into it. And the offense finally put together some drives, which was so great to see, to get out of the, I know it's kind of a bad word when talking about sports, but they had the yips, man. They had the yips.
They had the yips. And now they no longer have it.
A forbidden word. If you were to walk into the Seahawks locker room and be like, hey guys, we have the yips, you'd probably be whipped. You'd be whipped with countless towels in the shower. Countless
and not in like a seductive way either.
No, like I'm gonna beat you up kind of
way.
Like the kind of way where you come home from school, your mom finds out that you're acting up, teacher calls home. That kind of way.
You got like a D on your math test. She's come here.
Winds it up. Boom. And then, I mean, okay, so listen. Overall grade for the game, and what do you think this game could lead into for us?
I think it's an A. I think it could give us momentum. I think it gives us confidence. We have a soft part of our schedule coming up. Again, with only 2, I'd call them hard games. I think personally, this could be what propels the Seahawks further down the line and to hopefully sneak into that 7th wild card spot.
I think we need to win out.
Pretty much. I think we need to win out. Pretty much, yeah.
I really do think we have to win out. And that's the most important part because there is beating the Cardinals and the Rams. Assuming that both those teams are going to be at full strength, beating the Cardinals and the Rams is no easy feat. And it's something that we definitely have to just get done. You know, do it, man. Come on, let's go. But that's going to be it for us. We hope you enjoyed. Give us your thoughts on the game in the comments below. And you know, it's very strange but exciting at the same time to be a Seahawks fan. Hope you all are sticking with it. I know there's a lot of people who've left the boat, man. They left the boat. They saw that it was sinking. They saw that it was sinking. They saw that it was sinking, and they left to like the Ravens or something, man.
Ooh,
unbelievable.
How's it feel to have a running back at quarterback?
Lamar Jackson running back jokes. They never get old.
No, they never get old, especially because he lost it. I can make that joke in good faith. Sorry,
Yeah.
Makana.
All right. All right. So listen, all right. For those who have stuck with it, we appreciate y'all. We'll see you in the next video. Peace out.
Peace out.